sure why my brain keep going off of topic, going into something that it shouldn't go. I just get in these moods. I get like this little bit by this little bug, and I just keep going and going and going, and I can't stop. I can't stop. I can't make it stop. As y'all can tell by that thumbnail and that title, today is the day that we review. I was gonna say Mr. Family Business. We review Mr. Carl Weber's Family Business New Orleans edition. Now I tried to find a song for y'all so I could put it over and play it as we get to introducing, but I can't. So what we gonna do is all I know is my family. All I know is my kin. All I know is my burn the city down. This week's episode was a little crazy. You know, we found out some things that we had some questions about last week. First off, BET Plus, Carl Weber, whoever I did was, F you. Because why would you drop 2 episodes last week and only 1 episode this week? What sense that make? I understand trying to get people interested in it, but don't play with me. Don't play with me like that. Don't play on my top. But before we get any further into this video, make sure y'all are liking, commenting, and subscribing. Share this video with everybody down your timeline. You know everybody that actually come every single time. Where we going? Jamaica. See you there. See you soon. Without further ado, let's get into this. Action. First thing first, we have to go on a recap about just what's been going on, what's been going down, what's been happening. Last week, we got introduced to everybody. You know, we got introduced to Miss Shirley. They call her Big Shirley. Marquise. We got introduced to Floyd. We got introduced to Monique, LeBlanc, John LeBlanc, as well as his right-hand man, his wife, which are some pretty important characters in this episode, which is why I'm mainly naming them. We also not necessarily got introduced, but if this is your first time watching Family Business, you did get introduced to Lauren, Curtis, Nene, Vegas, Orlando, well, not Orlando, but Vegas, Nevada, and righteously, honestly, truthfully, they're not important right now. But as far as today's episode, yesterday's episode, today's review, first thing we open up, we are at the club that John LeBlanc so tragically stole from Red, the man that he killed in the very, very first episode. He had on that all-white suit, getting blood on his hand. That was very, very bold. That's how you know you need to leave next alone. Him and his right-hand man, who I just found out on this episode, which they've probably been saying his name, but I just found out his name, Saint. Him and his right-hand man, Saint, are in the car outside of the club, and they're just talking about how good the club's doing. John LeBlanc begins to express John LeBlanc begins to express how it's chump change what they making compared to what they're making at the Blues. Now, if you are new here, if this your first watch of this, if you haven't know what I'm talking about, go back and see the other reviews. But the Blues, aka Midnight Blues, is Big Shirley's club, casino, the Duncans. Now, from the looks of it so far, I'm assuming that the Blues is the biggest club, casino in New Orleans. That's there. I mean, why else would a drug dealer, pimp, mob boss, why else would a don like him want that if that ain't what's popping? You feel what I'm saying? Saint Express is like, hey, let's go ahead and do it then. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's make it happen. Let's take down Big Shirley. She ain't got nobody but Floyd. And LeBlanc is basically telling him, like, Marquise ain't no sucker either, you know. Now, we haven't seen Marquise fight. We ain't seen Marquise do nothing. We seen Shirley send Marquise ass to Houston to keep him safe, so he ain't have to get his hands dirty. He ended up going to New York to get some people so they get their hands dirty, you know. Bada bing, bada bang, another story for another day. Which it really ain't another story for another day, because you can go look at that video that I posted last week. But hey, alright. Saint begins to tell him, look, I understand, you know what I'm saying, that's why you the boss, because you smart. You know, so I'm assuming John LeBlanc's plan right now is to wait out Big Shirley, wait till they got a moment of weakness from Big Shirley or whatever you call it, and they're gonna try to go in, you know. But we do know Big Shirley is crazy. She did kill a man in broad daylight. Floyd killed 2 mans back to back like that. and he messing with the voodoo woman. So I don't know about that, Mr. LeBlanc. You might want to leave the blues alone. Literally, the next scene after that, we are taken to the blues. Marquise walking the floor, doing his rounds, doing his usual, what he do, and he gets approached by these two rednecks. Now, apparently, these two rednecks is his neighbors, and I'm assuming that they pay the neighbors, you know, because they be having a lot of noise and having a lot of crazy stuff go over there at the casino, so they pay them off. You know what I'm saying? They paying off police officers and aldermen and mayors, so a little $5,000 a month to the neighbors. Ain't nothing to them, I'm assuming. The neighbors tell them like, hey, that $5,000 ain't gonna be enough this time, bruh. Yo, people, somebody from your club killed Sam. So Marquise like, dang, somebody got killed. Y'all didn't go to the police, did y'all? And so the redneck's like, nah, we trying to make sure you gonna do the right thing. You know, Marquise proceeded to tell him, you know, I'm talking to my uncle, I'm talking to my mama, we gonna take care of y'all. We gonna make sure y'all good. The rednecks proceeded to say, ain't no other bull like Sam. So Sam ain't a person. Sam a bull. And y'all sitting there talking about it ain't gonna be another one like him. So they begin to blackmail Marquis. They begin to blackmail him like, hey, you ain't supposed to have all these people here. You ain't zoned to be doing all what you been doing. I'm gonna go to my uncle the alderman unless you give me $150K. Now, what he don't know, the rednecks, is that Big Shirley got the mayor, the sheriff, half of the aldermen in the city, according to Mr. LeBlanc. She got him in her pocket. She got him on the payroll. So I'm not sure exactly what the redneck uncle gonna do. But hey, maybe that's one of the aldermen she don't have in her payroll. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? Who knows? We should go over to Mr. LeBlanc's crew. His right-hand man, Saint, has a meeting with Mr. Prince. Now, if you don't know who Prince is at this point, because I just realized what his name was to this episode. I actually realized who a lot of people was this episode. I don't know if I just wasn't paying attention the last two episodes or if they really didn't say their names. But Prince is played by Quincy. I was finna say Quincy Brown. That's his name, right? Quincy Brown, right? No, I feel like Quincy Brown is somebody else. Him. It's played by him. Prince is making an introduction to Saint. This guy named Chino. Chino is, I'm assuming, going to be a distributor of the drugs and all the other stuff they got going on in the club. They have a meet, talk about percentages, talk about business and all that thing. Everything going good, everything cool. They shook hands. Hey, we finna work together. We finna do what we gotta do. We locked in. Chino begins to speak about a girl that he missed before he locked up. She used to have the best coochie round. She used to be sleeping with everybody. Big booty, all that stuff. And he like, yo, what happened to her? Saint proceeds to tell him that he married her. So Chino laughing is like, you ain't married no hoe, so Saint. I just shook the camera. But that's how y'all know he really hit him. He really did what he had to do. And he like, bro, you know, don't you ever talk about my wife, bro, you know? And Prince like, bro, he didn't know you was married. He didn't know. Chill. He was gonna let him buy. You know what I'm saying? He was like, hey, from now on, you give me 20%. Don't ever let me hear you talk about my wife. You know, that's good. But, you know, he said Chino had that look in his eye. The look in the eye of some man not ready to let it go. And he said he refused to be looking over his shoulder for the rest of his life. So he killed him right there in the strip club. You can't kill, right? I thought the same thing. You can't kill. So he killed him right there in the strip club and went on about his business and was like, hey, anybody else got something to say about my wife? So I'm assuming his wife used to be a whore. Now, right now, in this moment, we don't know who his wife is, but when y'all find out who his wife is, y'all gonna be like, girl, don't be messy. But I'm not being messy because they was the ones out there doing it. Anyway, after that, we proceed to go back to the blues. It is masquerade ball night. Now, y'all know the last two episodes, they have been talking about the masquerade ball. The masquerade ball, I think they said it was $150, $250 a ticket. Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, shit, if I'm going on my shorty, $250 a ticket, bruh, that's $600. Damn! No. Bro, that's $500. So can you not count? Huh? How you get that? $250, that's $5. Just like you split a $5 bill on the middle. $250. What's wrong with you? And masquerade ball, tough. And in the beginning, when we was at this clip right here, when these two men was talking, Saint mentioned gambling, because do remember, it is a casino. You know, I would say that don't include food or drinks, but I know the drinks was free. They said it. Food, I don't know. I ain't seen nobody with no plates. I ain't seen nobody with no food. So, hey, who knows? We see Mr. LeBlanc in his nice black suit, him and his wife. They seem to be a little bit more in love in this episode. Can we give it up for them? Give it up for them. Yeah, they was going through it last episode. They was, she had to pull out the rose and everything. What's up with that? She might get a little something tonight, you know what I'm saying? Like, we see Floyd again, very briefly this episode. We actually see very, very little of Shirley, Floyd, or Monique this episode. Floyd still got that damn chicken foot on his neck, first of all. That's that. He still got the damn chicken foot on his neck. Not only do he still got the damn chicken foot on his neck, he got on a masquerade ball mask with horns on it. Now y'all know how I feel about that. Not only is you messing with the hoodoo voodoo, I think her name is Ernestine. First of all, that's an ugly ass name. Ernestine. Her daddy name was Ernest, and her mama name was probably Pauline or something. They just put it together. That's an ugly name. Let me, you know what? That ain't an ugly name. It's beautiful. No, your name is ugly. God in heaven gonna protect me. Your name is ugly, little voodoo lady. I don't really understand what Floyd got going on. Floyd, he got there is a root. There is a root on you, Floyd. It's a root. Big Shirley make an introduction. Thanks everybody for coming. Then boom, it's time to get to the ball. It's time to have a little fun. This episode we see a run-in with the mayor and John LeBlanc. Now I'm gonna put the picture right here. I don't know if y'all can see it. I'm gonna try to zoom in. I just don't know exactly how that's gonna look once I put it together. So if it ain't zoomed in, don't be mad. You can see the New York logo on the back of his head. Now if y'all remember, this is the same man who wanted to run for mayor back in the other family business. So I'm assuming he ain't cut it up there, so he had to come down here where he could get it. Because they did say he the new mayor. So, hey, from the looks of it, the mayor ain't too fond of LeBlanc and LeBlanc ain't too fond of the mayor. Only difference is the mayor look like he a little scared of LeBlanc. He be being careful, answering the questions a certain way. LeBlanc don't give a damn. LeBlanc tell him straight up, look, I don't think my baby brother was killed by no alligator. And the mayor telling him like, look, bruh, that's what the coroner said. Unless you have proof, don't take the law into your own hands. Keep in mind now, the mayor and Sheriff Clay in the last episodes took care of that body for them. Put him in the river with the gators, paid off the coroner, did everything they needed to do. John LeBlanc don't believe that. He didn't believe it then, he don't believe it now. So that's that, you know what I'm saying? The mayor proceeds to say, hey, he's a miscreant and a dangerous one. Or whatever word he called himself, trying to use big words, big vocabulary. He was like, hey, I gotta wash this filth off my hands with that bad day. You know, he wanted to say the N-word and put the ER on the end, but he didn't. Because his black chief of whatever would whoop his ass. Or at least I hope he would whoop his ass. Don't be no Uncle Tom. That ass. But as this is going on in New Orleans, we know that Mr. Larry Duncan, aka the crazy brother, is on his way to New Orleans to be with his baby, to be with Miss Nene. Now when he gets there, he bumps into Skunk. Yeah, Skunk. And if you don't know who Skunk is the dude who seen them carrying Pierre's body in the very first episode, as well as he is the dude who threatened to go to John LeBlanc in the last episode. At the very end, he's nothing but a gambler. I don't want to say drunk because I ain't seen him drink nothing, but he ain't nothing but a gambler. I'm assuming he broke, but I don't understand how he broke when he always, like, you know, he always got on new clothes. He did steal a mask in this episode. You know, he did steal that little mask. And be careful though, stealing out them shops in New Orleans voodoo. Be careful now. Be careful. Larry bumped into Skunk on the way at the ball. You know, Larry is telling him like, Father forgive him, for he know not who the I am. You know, he goes in, proceed, go to his Nene like, hey, can I get to dance? Nene like, I only dance with my husband. She love that man. She love that crazy man because, and the man, you know, Larry is telling her like, oh, I'm sure he won't mind, but one would kill a mug over you, you know? So she put two and two together like, hey, Larry, that's you. And he like, shh, that ain't my name tonight. My name is something. Yeah. So they go dancing and everything. Curtis don't like that. Curtis like, hey, who my mama dancing with? Because it is a masquerade ball. They got on masks, so he don't even know who that is for real. Shirley give him chips. He go to the poker table, do his thing, do his little thizzle. John and Marie, they dancing, you know, talking about life, wife. She's telling him like, hey, I've been missing you. I can't wait to spend the night with you. You know, you said tonight was all mine. We've been talking about this for weeks. And he telling her like, look, I need you to focus. Look at me. I got some business I've been handling and I'm close. So I don't need your little hot horn ass getting mad because I got some work to do and I got some stuff to do, you know. She proceeds to say, I'm still the same girl who hid the coke and the gun the first night we went out. Now, I'm not no Einstein, you know, and I don't proclaim to be, but you hid the cocaine, and the guns on the first night y'all went out, and you went back for a second? Blind leading the blind. That's all I can say, baby. The blind leading the blind. Because the fact you stayed. Did you know before you went out with him? That's what I want to know. Anyway, he gets called away from his wife. She gets a little upset, of course. And he instructs Prince and Kendall, which is the colorful head. I don't want to. The colorful head nigga and Prince, the light skinned nigga, the Diddy nigga. You get what I'm saying, right? Okay, cool. He tells them, hey man, y'all need to watch my wife. So they go, you know, do their job, do what they gotta do. Now with all that going on, Marquise and Antoinette, which if y'all don't remember the name Antoinette, go back to the very, very first episode. The very, very first episode. As soon as you turn it on, he was in there hunching. At the time, we did not know who she was married to. We never seen her again after that first episode. This time we see her a lot. We also see her husband. Can you take a guess? Yeah, Mr. Cuckoo. Saint is her husband. John LeBlanc's right-hand man is her husband. And he's sitting around here messing around with her at the masquerade ball where he is in attendance. Now, in his defense, she did come up to him. Talking about some, you know, we can do this. He talking about some, oh, you bad, oh, you bad, oh, you this, oh, you that. Why did you proceed? Huh? Why did you proceed? While all this going on, Skunk trying to sneak in through the back. He get caught by a New York bodyguard that came with the Duncans from New York. And he get caught by Dice, which is the Duncans and New Orleans bodyguard. He get caught with 2 guns. Now, again, if he supposed to be broke, where's he getting all this stuff from? You know what I'm saying? Now, why he had the 2 guns, I don't know. He claimed it had a lot of hitters in there. Floyd was like, yeah, you looking at one. I'm the hitter. Me. You need to be scared of me. Skunk couldn't get in because he didn't have his ticket. Now, remember, Shirley did say in the last one he bought a ticket. Now, where his ticket went, I don't know. Maybe, and this is just maybe like a little theory of mine, just maybe, Larry, when they had bumped into each other and he was like, watch where you going, and Larry was like, forgive him, Father, for he know not who the F I am. Maybe Larry finessed his ticket, you know, because I don't think Larry had a ticket. I don't think, but also Larry's very sneaky. He could have snuck up in there, nobody would have seen him, and that would have just been that. So I don't know, that's just a theory of mine that's up in the air, but he basically get thrown out. He can't come in, and Skunk is telling him like, yo, you gonna regret this, Floyd, you gonna regret this. So while all this is going on, the voodoo bitch proceeds to walk in and talk to Floyd. Now at first I didn't know it was her because, you know, she got on black. She didn't have on no black. She had on red, and her mask was like red and black. So, you know, they dance and stuff, and he just instantly get like weak. You know what I'm saying? That's why you don't play with that voodoo. You don't play with them certain bitches. Certain girls you just need to leave alone. You don't play with that. And but while they dancing and in love doing they thing over at the poker table where Curtis playing dice, Miss Marie LeBlanc is right beside him, you know what I'm saying? And the bodyguards, Kendall and Prince, was there watching her, but they left. So now Curtis is like, you know, this need a little look, you know, blow on this for me. They get to flirting and everything. He asked her for a dance, you know what I'm saying? They go do their look. You feel me? Now remember I told y'all John LeBlanc had got called away. So he had to get his partners to keep eye on his wife. Saint comes back after dropping John wherever he had to drop John, and he looking for his wife. His wife is in there with Marquise. Now Dice, the bodyguard, hears Saint looking for his wife, and he go in there and give his boss Marquise a heads up. Now they come up on out of there and everything. Everything's cool. Everything's nice, smooth gravy juice. And Antoinette and Dice are talking. They speaking. They having a conversation. And I'm assuming that Antoinette and Dice are friends. She goes to fix his chain. Saint sees that and is like, yo, I know y'all fucking. You trying to say you just her friends. You can go take her home and y'all can hunch her, do whatever. And Dice telling her like, bro, you messing with the wrong one. And he proceeds to beat Dice. Now my thing is, Dice, you was a big nigga. How you let this little bitty nigga beat your ass? Huh? Or if you would have fought him, they would have jumped you. Is that what it is? Or like, you let that nigga beat your ass. And you a real nigga. You a real friend, because ain't no way I know that my boss, my homeboy, my whatever is in there having his way with your girl. Doing all kind of freaking nasty things to her. And you done came and tried to beat my ass. Not tried, you did beat my ass. Dice, you a real one. Couldn't have been me, mama. Kendall, Prince, they break it up and everything. We get shot to Curtis and Marie. Basically like, you know, you got out of there fast. You know them? And she was like, I thought everybody knew Kendall and Prince. And he was saying, hey, I ain't from around here. So they get to talking a little bit about where they from and about what they, you know, not what they do, but, you know, just who they are and different things like that. And he asked her straight up, how long you been married? So Curtis, you knew. Marquise knew. Everybody knew. So we just love messing with married women on the Duncan side. Huh? Child, anyway, they proceed to kiss. And she go on about her business, you know. He like, oh. Y'all know that old man move. And she dips. She leaves. And that's the last we see of Maria this episode. That's the last we see of Curtis this episode. I think I did leave out that we gonna go back to it. Ain't too important, but it is a little important. Prince and Lauren, which I'm gonna put their two pictures right here. Prince and Lauren seem to be getting a little close. Now we know Prince is on the Bronx team. I don't know if that's a cousin or uncle, how we can put it. We don't know how Prince is related. You know, Prince says sir, but who knows? The nigga crazy. He might say, hey, even my own wife called me sir. They get to talking. They're a little interested in each other. Now this is a little weird because if it pop off between the LeBlancs and the Duncans, is y'all gonna Bonnie and Clyde this thing? Is y'all gonna, what is it? The gnomes, the red and the blue. You know what I'm talking about? Like, is y'all gonna, what is it? Romeo and Juliet? Like, how is y'all exactly gonna execute that? All we really got was the introduction. We really didn't get too much of a conversation. She senses that he does something illegal. He tried to lie and say he was a stockbroker. Old line, I think. But that was it. We really didn't get too much from that. As Saint and his wife are leaving the event after he done beat Dice ass again. Dice, you too real. He gets stopped by Skunk. He called him Weasel, but it ain't Skunk. And Skunk just telling him like, look, if that 100,000 is still on the line, I got some information about Pierre. Saint takes him to John, which I'm assuming this is a trap house maybe that he took him to, but I could be wrong. Saint punches him to let him know, hey, I'm not bullshitting. Tell this nigga what you told me, you know? So Skunk tell him, hey, I seen that chicken foot wearing nigga Floyd carrying your brother's body. Now it questions me, why didn't he give up Marquise? You know what I'm saying? Marquise is Big Shirley's son, and obviously Big Shirley, she messed with Skunk. Like, I'm not talking like mess with, I ain't talking about they bed with each other. I'm saying like she presumes, I hope I said that word right. She presumes Skunk to be cool. With that being said, maybe that's why. You know, maybe they have a good relationship. Maybe Skunk is Marquis' daddy, because we ain't heard nothing about it. Who knows? You know, with these shows, you can't never be too careful. But I do know, whenever he do get to the blues, because the last thing he said was round up everybody telling me at my house, looks like we finna head to the blues. When he do get to the blues, somebody gonna have the blues. That's all I know. Somebody gonna have the blues. That's it for this crazy episode, because it indeed crazy it was. I know the more we get deeper into it, the crazier it's gonna get, because that's what happened with the other family business. That's what happens with shows like this. So catch me back here next week for episode number 4 or 5 or 4 and 5, or I don't know. Hopefully they drop 2. Why they drop 1? Why y'all did us like that, huh? Why y'all? Take us out with the song. Take us out with the song. All I know is my family. All I know is my kin. When it come to my burn up, set it down, about now. Yeah, that is the end of this video. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video to everybody down your timeline. You know it's better than action be coming every single time. Bye, bye, bye. You know what I'm saying? I love y'all. Thank y'all for coming back. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for showing so much love. Continue to show love, and I'll continue to Y'all continue to show love, and I'll continue to show love to y'all by dropping all these bangers, these videos, this action, back to back to back to back to back. Without further ado, I love y'all, and until next time, peace.
You ain't gotta go home, but you gotta get the hell up out of here.